What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here, and welcome to our daily show where we discuss the fourth stimulus check update, the two new upcoming packages, the physical infrastructure package known as the American Jobs Plan, and the next stimulus package known as the American Families Plan, as well as what is going on in the world today. If you notice my new picture over there of Rocky from the movie Rocky, the boxing movies, one of several of my favorite movies of all time. They really motivate me and have kind of propelled me in life to kind of get my goals by working hard. Like, for example, here on YouTube, bringing you guys the latest information 3 times a day. Let me know if you like the movie Rocky. Literally, some of the best motivation I've ever had. It takes all the way back from when I was a wrestler. You can see my wrestling medal right there when I was second in the state of Ohio for high school wrestling, of course, way back in the day. But we got a lot to talk about here today regarding stimulus, new information, multiple different things. If you've seen the last video about the Social Security raise and also some people getting a letter for Social Security decreases, we're trying to figure out if this is a scam or not. Kind of seeing some information leading both ways, that it could be real, that it could be a scam. If you recently got a letter from Social Security saying that you're going to be getting a decrease in your benefits. First of all, don't call anybody from that number or give your credit card number to anybody. Don't pay anybody anything because there are a lot of scams going on around about this and has been for a while. But I really want to see if this is true or not because there are some circumstances which I'll be going over in an upcoming video about how they could decrease your Social Security benefits. This is not for everybody. They're not like decreasing Social Security benefits for everybody across the board. But if you did get a letter like this, can you please email it to me at I'll put it up on the screen here. You can get this on the About tab of my channel. But a good friend noticed that it only shows up if you're on a browser or a desktop computer. So it's amzchampsuniversity@gmail.com. Please only email me if it in regards to new stimulus items or if it regards to the Social Security letter or something very important for our community. It's just me and my wife doing this YouTube channel here, so I don't have the staff to be able to answer hundreds of emails. So please only email me if it's regarding those things, or if you have something like a new stimulus program becoming available in your state, city, or county. As you know, if you've been watching this channel, there's a lot more than just the stimulus check that you might think of. There's literally dozens and dozens of programs going on even right now. I literally just did a recent video on it, probably like 30 different stimulus programs that I know about going on right now that could literally put $5,000, $10,000 or $1,000 in your pocket. I'll link you to that video at the end of this video because I just did a really good video on that where we literally go over dozens of states that have stimulus programs going on right now that if you haven't watched that video or watched a lot of my videos, you might not know about. That's why I always suggest don't miss any of my videos. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m. 3 p.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't yet, subscribe down below. It's completely free to do so. And after subscribing, click the bell icon to all notifications that appears so you get reminders and don't miss any of our videos that come out at those times. Also, very quick reminder, I will never ask you to contact me on WhatsApp. I will never put a phone number down below in the comments. If you see somebody using my picture and my name, it's a scam. I don't use WhatsApp. I won't ask you to contact me via text or phone number, anything like that. It's a scam. It's going on thousands of YouTube channels. It's going on Facebook. It's going on Instagram, all social media platforms. So be very careful. There's Social Security scams out there, IRS scams, stimulus check scams, every type of scam you can imagine. So please, I will never ask you to contact me on the phone. I don't even use WhatsApp. So please be very careful. Basically, don't give your credit card information or your personal information or money to anybody over the internet unless you absolutely know who it is or you're buying from a reputable store or something like that. Okay, first up, some very unexpected, really good news when it comes to like our country here. The U.S. has recovered millions of dollars in cryptocurrency that was paid to the hackers who hacked the gas pipeline, the Colonial Pipeline, that shut down the southeast United States and made dozens of states run out of gas. How amazing is this? It's so unexpected. My wife kind of does a lot of the research for our channel here and brings up all the news stories and stimulus items for me, and then I kind of go through them, read through them, and make sure I'm, bringing you guys the information. She brought that story. I was like, "Is this for real?" I was like, "Wow, what an absolutely amazing thing!" Because if you've been following this channel or maybe the mainstream news, the U.S. has gotten hacked several different times since that gas pipeline. We had JBS, the largest meat distributor or meat packer, meat company in the US, and actually they're in multiple different countries, get shut down from a hacker. We had ferries over by Cape Cod get shut down, the gas pipelines get shut down, and if these hackers continue to get paid, well, they're going to keep doing it, right? And the FBI says that these hacker groups are coming out of Russia, and President Biden is going to be talking with Russian President Putin here within the next few weeks when they have a meeting. And President Biden says they're going to talk directly about bringing these criminals to justice. Now, remember, they're in Russia. So, like, we don't really have jurisdiction over there, but he's going to talk with the Russian president to try to bring this hacker group to justice. Now, this is just one hacker group. Hackers all across the world, including the United States, but we need to put this to an end. Or at least make it known that the hackers will not be paid. So they could do this, but A, they risk prosecution and all that stuff. And two, they're not going to get paid anyways. As you can see here, U.S. investigators have recovered millions of dollars in cryptocurrency that was paid, or that the Colonial Pipeline paid the hackers last month to end a ransomware attack on its systems. Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco announced Monday afternoon the Department of Justice found and recaptured the majority of the ransom paid to the Dark Side Network, the group responsible for the attack. Paul Abbey, the deputy director of the FBI, said the Bureau successfully seized the ransom funds from a Bitcoin wallet that DarkSide used to collect the Colonial Pipeline's payments. Wow, absolutely amazing. Now, in addition to this, Senator Warner is debating on, or they're talking about this in Congress, making it illegal to pay ransoms so that literally companies can't pay these ransoms at all. This would prevent hackers from getting paid for doing ransoms. Then the government can step in and fix the hack. Of course, some of these take time, but this would prevent companies, because that gas line company paid the ransom after literally only like 24 hours before they even contacted the government. It's being speculated. So yeah, just note, I always get some people that get this confused. The government itself did not pay the ransom in the gas pipeline hack. It was the gas company that paid it. And even though they paid it after like 24 hours, which was a very quick decision, it still took days and days for it to be fixed, even with the ransom being paid and kind of the hackers giving them a key to help undo the hack. The hack was so bad that it still took them days to undo this. Democratic Senator Mark Warner from Virginia, the chairman of the Senate Intelligence Committee, said yesterday that it is worth debating whether to make paying ransoms illegal after cyber attacks disrupted operations at energy and meat productions in the U.S. Quote, "I'm not sure what the answer is at this point." And he also stressed transparency in any payments companies make to cyber criminals, saying, quote, "We need more transparency because right now what's happening around ransomware and hacks, not only are companies often not reporting that they are attacked, but they're also not reporting that they're making the payments for these ransomware or these hacks." Yeah, let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. We actually had a recent White House security director say that our entire energy grid is at risk and could go down and could literally shut the entire country down, or large portions of the country, because our entire energy grid is online, at least in some capacity, behind firewalls and security. But that's exactly what these hacker groups do, is they break into them and then hold it ransom. So yeah, I have a feeling that this will not be the last case, but not paying the hackers is a really good start to making sure that this happens less and less in the future. Because if these hacker groups see that they're getting millions of dollars for doing this, you best believe we'll be seeing a lot more of them. If you see that they're not getting paid and they're getting prosecuted, we'll be seeing less of them in the future. Okay, next up, 25 different states will start cutting off the $300 per week federal unemployment bonus benefits this week. Some states start this week, and we're going to talk about this here in a second. 25 different states are starting this week. Some are several weeks from now, but they're all, as far as I know, all 25 states are from Republican run governors. As you can see here on the map, if it's a dark blue here, these states are ending all programs, and the light blue ones like Ohio, Florida, Arizona, and Alaska are ending just the $300 federal unemployment boost. The other states are ending the pandemic programs too, where they have extra weeks of unemployment, more weeks you could stay on unemployment more than normal than your than normally for that state. So the pandemic has added extra weeks that you can add on because of the pandemic. You could stay on unemployment longer, as well as other programs like independent contractors can apply for unemployment. But as you can see here, these are all 25 Republican led governor states, and all of these governors have opted out of the unemployment bonuses. Now, Senator Bernie Sanders has a very important letter here that he has wrote from the U.S. Senate to the Honorable Marty Walsh, the Secretary of Labor. Bernie writes, Dear Secretary Walsh, in recent days, Republican governors across the country have abandoned unemployment workers in their states and indicated they will no longer offer life-saving federal unemployment aid. Next month, over 1.1 million workers in all these different states will be at risk of losing all or some of their unemployment benefits that Congress extended in the American Rescue Plan, which is the third stimulus check package. I am writing to remind you of your congressionally mandated requirement to provide pandemic unemployment assistance, PUA benefits, to workers ineligible for state unemployment aid, and urging you to ensure workers receive these benefits even when states threaten to take it away. It is critical that the Department of Labor does everything in its power to ensure that jobless Americans continue to receive this as the law intended. Now, remember, these stimulus packages are actual law. They're, signed by, the House, the Senate, and the presidency, and thereby signed into law, making new law. So, again, I'm not a Democrat. I'm not a Republican. So I try to just look at things from a realist point of view. And from my understanding, Bernie is correct. This third stimulus check package that has these unemployment benefits are law. But the real question here with the law is, do states, in this case 25 Republican governors, do they have the authority to opt out of receiving this money for their states? Now, they are the governor of the states, but the question is, and this could go on in a federal court, they could battle this in a lawsuit on whether or not the states have the authority to opt out of law that's been passed by the federal government. So that's kind of the debate that's going on right now. But yet these Republican-run states are going to be opting out of this $300 per week unemployment bonus starting this week. So that's where I fear the problem may be, is that if you're on unemployment right now, that could be ending here in the next week or two. A lot of Republicans think this is a really good thing because it's forcing people to go back to work. A lot of Democrats think this is terrible because some Democrats say that they're breaking the law. Again, this is law that was passed from the third stimulus check package, and that this is basically stimulus money from that third stimulus check package as a part of unemployment benefits. Bernie Sanders says the PUA program has served as a backdrop for our broken and outdated unemployment system for over a year. State unemployment laws often exclude workers who are misclassified as independent contractors, part-time workers, and low-wage workers. And in all of these categories, workers of color are locked out of the system at much higher rates than white workers are. The benefit amounts offered are far too often much too low to provide any measure of economic certainty. State unemployment laws are also unequipped to support workers for the length necessary in this pandemic and recession. And the permanent federal program is supposed to be of use during recessions and other crises is fatally flawed and, simply put, doesn't work. Congress stepped in to make up for these inadequacies last March in the CARES Act, the first stimulus package passed underneath former President Donald Trump, and it has extended them through September 6th, 2021, to ensure jobless Americans are supported as our economy recovers and we get workers back good paying jobs. Bernie says, according to the Government Accountability Office, the minimum PUA benefit is below the poverty level in 29 states. The $300 federal supplement has allowed jobless workers across the country to keep food on the table and a roof over their heads. Allowing state governors to cut off this assistance will guarantee jobless Americans plunge into poverty. As Secretary, you are obligated to ensure this aid gets to workers. To ensure the obligation is met, I urge you to commit to holding states accountable for their role in administering the PUA benefits. Workers who lack access to child care, have lost employer-sponsored health insurance, and fear for their health and safety as we work to get America vaccinated are entitled to these benefits. They will be forced into poverty, either with poor jobs or unfair wages or no income at all, if you fail to provide these benefits. So yeah, this is Senator Bernie Sanders writing a letter to the U.S. Department of Labor, the head of it, saying that this is law by the third stimulus check package and that you need to step in and force these states to not be able to give this money to their residences who are unemployed and have lost their job recently from this pandemic. So it's going to be very interesting to see what's happening. This is kind of what's going on right now with the battle between the Democrats and the Republicans, the age-old battle, right? This is the new version of the battle. That the economy, the last two economic reports, the jobs report in April and May and the retail sales report, have not been good. And Republicans are like, we want to take away the unemployment benefits and force people back to work. And Democrats are like, what are you talking about? The economy is doing terrible. We need to pass more stimulus checks. We need to pass these next two packages, the American Jobs Plan, which the White House says will create millions of jobs, and the next stimulus package, the American Families Plan, which has multiple different stimulus items that they're negotiating on right now: a fourth stimulus check, monthly for stimulus checks, and an extension of the monthly stimulus checks for children that are already passed for 1 year, $250 to $300 per month, that are starting on July 15th. They want to extend that to 2025. They also want Social Security raises, Medicare expansion to include additional Medicare benefits for no additional cost, and lower the Medicare eligibility age to age 60 or age 55. In addition to all that, they want 2 years of free college, which will be an absolute game changer that you, I, or anybody that makes below the income threshold, which will probably be similar to the third stimulus check package, would literally be able to go back to college, to a 2-year, or go to college in the first place, to a community college for 2 years for free. Absolutely for free. The government would pay for it. Similar to how the government pays for high school and middle school and elementary school. In addition to that, they want to do 2 years of free preschool as well. So just remember, I'm going to be bringing you information about all these different stimulus packages, the child tax credits. I know there's a lot of people that don't have children, but there's 65 million children in the United States, 65 million in the United States that are expected to get these monthly stimulus checks. I'm going to bring you information about that because if you have kids, it's really big news. I'm going to bring you information about Social Security. You might not be on Social Security, but if Social Security raise or Social Security decreases in the works, this will be a great source of information for me to bring to you. Now, we cover like the state stimulus checks. The California one happens to be the biggest one. The second round of it for $600 stimulus checks for California, or $1,100 if you have children in California, is going to go out now for the second round up to about 25 million people. Now, you might not live in California, but we're going to be covering all the different states. New Jersey has a $500 one. North Carolina has a $335 one. In fact, I just did a recent video with all sorts of literally dozens of these programs going on in states, cities, and counties, and new ones coming out available here because states and cities are getting $350 billion right now to use for these type of programs, and all states are getting money. So I will link you to those videos here in just a moment so you can watch them. But first, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new updates. New videos come out every day at 10 a.m., 3 p.m., and 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Remember those times and tune in so you don't miss out on new programs or information like this. I'll keep you up to date on everything stimulus related, as well as some breaking news that our country might be dealing with. So you can click this video here to see all the states, cities, counties, and other stimulus check programs going on right now. There's dozens of them. Or you can see this video about President Biden's Social Security increase that he wants to do. So click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.